First off, awesome name. Thank you so much for thank you so much for coming on my show. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely great, man. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no, it's an absolute pleasure. We've been following each other's work for quite some time now, and I've got to say, you are a mind-blowing martial artist. You seem like a really nice guy as well, and you're in great shape. And
Thank
I've
you.
seen some of the work you've done, the workout videos, the people you've worked with. I looked on your IMDb where you've been a stuntman. It's like this guy doesn't stop. It's like, oh, I got to get him on my show next. And it's
Hey,
been great.
man.
Now I've spoken to you a few times, and you seem like a really nice, and without a doubt you are one of the nicest people I've had the opportunity of speaking to. I know the interview's only just commenced literally this very second, but in all
Mhm.
honesty, you feel the good vibe from an individual. So it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you.
Dude, thank you very much. And again, all that means absolutely a lot to me. Again, I try to be the best that I can be, and yeah, as far as career goes, I've been around for a minute. It's funny because right now there's a whole trend um, going on with going back all the way to 2016 because now it's already been like a decade later, and it's just like, man, it's pretty crazy to think about. It's already been that long, and I've already been in the industry for even longer than that. But then just going back and just looking at some old photos and looking at what I have done since then, it's just like, man, it's really great to be able to go back and look at all the things that you've accomplished, and it's just like, wow, you really just have like I really just have come a long way. And honestly, I think it's something that everyone should do every now and then. Just go ahead and take a look back. If you ever question where you are right now, just go ahead and look back. And honestly, it just makes you feel proud. It makes you feel great, and just very well accomplished.
Like, yeah, I can imagine. We all do that sometimes. I can remember looking back at things, and it's like, I can't believe how young I looked there, and how this happened. Who I met, this person, this person, this person. It's even like that last year when I started interviewing all some of the big name martial artists, and sometimes I'm still having those pinch me moments where it's like, did I actually speak to this person? Did I speak to this person? Did
Right?
you? Yeah, yeah,
Right?
exactly.
It's like you forget who you met, you know what I mean? Or you spoke to, and like,
Yeah, definitely, you do.
oh yeah, like it's funny.
But
Like
no,
I got hit with a memory not so long ago too. Like as I'm looking back, and I'm like, yeah, I forgot that I met Robert Davi from like the Goonies and stuff, and we were
oh,
at
I remember him. Yeah.
we were at like a film festival. I'm like, man, I cannot believe I forgot that memory.
But it's stored there, isn't it? I can remember meeting,
It's back there.
yeah, I can remember meeting certain people I grew up watching on TV. I remember back in England. In England, we had this. You know how you have American Gladiators? We had the British version of
Mhm.
it, and it was just called Gladiators. And I met them at a Comic Con, and tell you the truth, they were actually really some of the nicest people I had the opportunity of meeting. And it's like, oh, they're really kind, and we had a good laugh. It's like we knew each other from before, and it's like I feel like I've known you from a lot longer before as well, before we even hit record. But great, it's a great thing to have you on the show there, Anthony. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Thank you again for having me. It's awesome.
It's a pleasure. Now, first off, what I like to do with all my guests is it's part of my culture, it's part of my faith. I like to do three important things for you. Number one, I like to make prayer for you that you everything you like to do in life that you accomplish it, and I wish you nothing but success. It also goes for your loved ones, and that everything you want to do in life, you accomplish it with greatness. And I hope more comes your way as well. Amen to that. I'd like to do that for you.
Dude, I love that. Thank you very much.
Most welcome, most welcome. Number two, I'd like to say congratulations on all your accomplishments with martial arts, with the movies, with the stunt work, the people you have worked with. I again looked at the resume and I like can't believe he's worked with this person. I've interviewed this person myself, and we'll have a look. We'll talk about that as well. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
we know who that is, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely, and. Yeah, so again, congratulations on all that, and again, I wish you nothing but the best for the foreseeable future.
That's awesome, man. Thank you. Thank you again.
Most welcome. And third thing, this is a very important question because
Mhm.
my show is called Chat Over Coffee. In case we have the opportunity, if you're either in England or I'm in the US, how do you
Mhm.
like your coffee?
Ooh, I like mine black, actually. Believe it or
Oh,
not.
that's not
Every
bad
now and then,
enough.
I like to, if I have a sweet tooth, I'll have like a mocha latte with a added shot. But for sure, Yeah, black.
My guy.
Oh
No
yeah,
cream, no sugar. Look, here's the proof. No cream, no
straight.
sugar, just straight black.
Exactly.
And this is actually decaf I'm drinking because it's 10 p.m. here in England, so I still have to get
That's
some
right.
sleep. I
Oh
still need
God.
sleep afterwards.
You
But
know
yeah,
what? That it's funny because I was I was telling a friend of mine too that I actually have a thing where I never really drink decaf, but I can literally drink caffeinated coffee, regardless if it's 10 p.m. or even 12 o'clock at night, and I could still fall asleep just because that's how messed up I am.
but that's a good kind of crazy, I'd say. It's a good
I
kind.
hope so. I hope so. We'll see
Yeah.
how it goes in the next, I don't know, 5 to 10 years.
Well, yeah, but it is still fine. I think sometimes people ask me, how can you still drink decaf? It's like, I just sometimes enjoy the taste of coffee. That's just what it is. I just drink it for the taste. And, it helps me. It does help me get a lot of sleep better as well. But it's just how it goes.
So yeah, absolutely. It's still good for you. It's a great antioxidant, great to cleanse
Thank
the
you.
body.
I can
Yeah.
tell. I can tell. So, Anthony, jumping into the interview now, what is your martial arts background and where was the inspiration from?
Oh, so this goes back all the way till I was 7 years old. I would say Muay Thai was actually the first art that I had officially studied. Before that, I had dabbled in like some karate, and then over the years, I got to learn quite a few others. Here and there between capoeira, taekwondo, judo, wrestling, some kali, even ninjutsu, and yeah, man, the list goes on and on. And that really was inspired by again, growing up in New York as a kid, and my mom just wanted me involved in martial arts, especially growing up as an ADHD kid, full of energy. And pretty much the options were, either I do something with this energy that I have, or I keep breaking stuff around the house. And my mom definitely couldn't have that second option. So she was just like, okay, let's go ahead and stick this kid into martial arts so that way he can go exert this energy. On top of that, learn a little bit of discipline. And yeah, that's kind of where it all stemmed. But then also too, growing up, heavily influenced on like martial arts movies, watching people like Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Tony Jaa, Jet Li, and the list goes on and on. And yeah, and that's just something that was just that heavily inspired me to be able to want to keep learning more.
Bruce Lee
Mhm.
will always be an inspiration because a lot of people always believe that without him, martial arts would not have been brought to the world. And without a shadow of a doubt, he definitely brought martial arts to the world that people could get to see the beauty of it, the discipline that comes with it, the philosophy. Because Bruce Lee was very philosophical, wasn't he? And especially
Absolutely.
all his beautiful quotes like "Be like water." Obviously, that's his most famous one.
Right.
One of my favorite quotes he said, and I do quote this when he says it in Enter the Dragon: "Don't focus on the finger, you miss all the heavenly glory."
Right.
That's one of the most meaningful quotes I have ever heard, and it's true that it's like
Hmm.
you can't just focus on one little thing. You got to see what the bigger picture has to offer. That's what he was really referring to, I believe, to a certain extent. And martial arts wise, what is your favorite martial art that you'd say you like doing, or is that a tough question to ask?
It's tough, because it's funny. Like anytime I choreograph a fight for myself, personally, I can never just stick with one particular style. I always tend to mix it up, whether it's a mix of Muay Thai and Judo or Kali and Capoeira and so on. It's kind of hard to pick, and it's funny because even going back to Bruce Lee, that's kind of like how I created or, how I found like my own particular action style, which is always ever evolving, because I also take the quote from him where he says, oh man, I forget how it goes exactly, but essentially he says, uh, take what is useful, discard what is useless, and then create something of your own, and that is something that has always stood with me ever since learning that, and that's why even to this day I'm always up for learning new things. I walk around life, wearing a white belt mindset, just ready to learn, ready to forget what I know and take in, something new. Mhm. Oh yeah, for sure. No, go for it, go for it. A mutual friend of ours is the one that actually taught me that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We know
Yeah.
who that is. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt, I think we might as well say it because everyone's going to say it. Definitely Sensei Maurice Crump. And
Hmm.
without a shadow of a doubt, he was one of the coolest, nicest, down to earth individuals I ever had the opportunity of interviewing. And I think actually one of the
Yeah.
things I remembered making him laugh about when he was saying, I did this when I was 17, I studied that when I was 17. I said, well, you're still very young for your age. I'm guessing you're about late 20s, early 30s, and he's about to drink his matcha. And he's like, I like you a lot. I like you. He was saying that to me, bless him. And he does. He
It's
still
true.
looks like he looks like he's in his early 30s. God bless him. And I
It's
think a
true.
bit.
He doesn't age. He really doesn't age.
You don't look like your age. I'm guessing you're about 25. I'm guessing.
God bless you, man. God bless you. I am 32. I'll be 33 in July.
No chance.
I
No chance.
swear.
Seriously.
It's
You
funny.
look
Yeah,
honestly. You look 25. Sincerely, you look not blowing smoke. You look
I
25 to me.
appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. It's funny though. I mean, I I feel like again, like I was going back through like the whole 2016 trend. Just looking at those
Yeah.
old photos and like I'm looking at myself from back then. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. Like I feel younger than what I was back then. I feel stronger than what I was back then. Healthier. I feel like I even aged better, like almost as if I've aged younger. Just looking back through old photos and just, I guess back then, like life, while at the same time there was a lot of cool things going on, sometimes we all go through our hardships and stuff. And sometimes you can see that in a photo, or, if others don't really see it, you remember what was going on through that time, you know? And, yeah, no, I just got to say that that life lately has been truly a blessing, and I'm honestly thankful, regardless of like all the good times and even like the bad times, because it's totally led me to where I am right now, and not just where I am in life as far as like my career or anything like that, but just my mindset and just the way that I just live life now. It truly is something beautiful, and it's going back through those years. It just proves, time and time again that everything happens for a reason, and sometimes some of the hardships that you go through is what you grow through. And yeah, man, it's amazing. At the end of the day, you're the one that chooses how you want your life to go, and you can choose it to be better or for worse. But entirely, it's in your hands.
I agree. It's a great way of
Yeah,
thinking. It's very wise. It's very
thanks.
wise what you said. And when you look back at things, you're thinking how silly. I look back at how silly we used to be when we'd be together, and like me and the friends, and then we look at each other now, and like most of them are married, they've got kids of their own, and they would ask the kids would ask a Uncle Addy, what did you used to do back in the day? I said, we kind of behaved ourselves. No, we didn't. No, no. We were like, no, we didn't. We were like, no,
Oh
no,
yeah, absolutely. No.
no chance, no chance. And then we would just reminisce about it. I can remember being at my old high school reunion, and I just walked into the room, and everyone was looking at me like, "You haven't aged a bit." I said, "Yo, I've got a few grey hairs, but that's just about
Yeah,
it, really." But they're like, "You don't age. What do you do?" I said, "I walk everywhere. I run. I exercise. And that's what I do. That's what keeps me young. I lots of water, and I call that the miracle drink, coffee. And it is. It's natural. It's organic. So God
yeah,
bless whoever created it."
exactly.
Definitely, yeah. So, what is your current fitness routine? Because you're in phenomenal shape, I've got to admit.
Thanks, man. Thanks. You know what? It's ever changing. I mean, right now I work out at least 7 days out of the week. Not seven. Excuse me. Jesus. You know what? Once upon a time I did. I did used to work out 7 days out of the week, but then I decided to give myself a day off in between. So now it's 6 days a week. And usually how it goes, it's day one, it's chest and back. Day two is abs and legs. Uh, Day three is shoulders and arms. Then there's a day off in between, and then the cycle begins all over again. And of course, I get at least like maybe 10 to 20, depending on the day, 10 to 20 thousand steps a day, and I also do at least about 30 minutes of cardio at the end of every workout. Just walking, slow, steady state, nothing too crazy. And usually, when I get together with my friends to shoot content, or we just practice some martial arts just to keep the tools sharpened, do some pad work and stuff. that's pretty much what I do now, just to kind of keep things sharp.
Yeah, I see that sometimes when you're doing the training with your friends. Or I remember this is the clip you were doing the other day where you were kicking the heavy bag. Gotta say,
Hmm.
that is some of the most that's some of the most beautiful kicks I have ever seen. I can tell that's where the taekwondos come into place as well, because taekwondo utilizes a lot of the kicking power and everything. And
Oh
I
yeah.
can see, yeah, I saw you hitting that bag like it was made out of paper. I'm gonna admit to that.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, and funny enough, that was supposed to be me on vacation, which I'm terrible at. I don't know how to take a vacation. I don't know how to take a day off sometimes. And yeah, yeah, it's just one of those things. It's funny because like I didn't even go to that gym and thinking like, oh yeah, I forgot that they have a kicking bag. And it's just one of those things where it's an impulse. It's like if I see a kicking bag, it's like, okay, I got to go kick it. I wasn't planning to. So,
That's what it's there for.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
So I felt a little bit inspired.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's why it comes to it. Sometimes when you even like nowadays, if I watch Rocky, any one of the Rocky movies, and you just want to get outside and you're going for a run, and you can't help. I don't know what it is. I just can't help when you're running. You can't help but throw those little punches here and everything, and then
Oh
people are
man.
walking and people are walking by looking at you like, "What's this?" And it's like, "Oh, I got a title shot coming up and everything." So leave me.
Yeah,
I got to
right.
focus. Yeah, I got to focus on that. And it's just that type of inspiration will never go away. It never will. Whether it's Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Van Damme, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Tony Jaa, Iko
Hmm.
Uwais, those guys will never stop being an inspiration to people, generations
Yeah,
to come. Yeah,
absolutely. I
generations to
agree.
come.
I agree. And it's funny you mentioned, Rocky because like Stallone is like one of my top favorite, action stars of all time. I mean, he's definitely inspired a lot of this for me. And it's funny because he talked about like, how you just do this and stuff. And that's something that I do every day. And often times it's like either I'm kind of going through some concepts in my head, whether it's choreography or like I'm thinking about a technique that I had just learned or I had just seen. And, it's funny because my friends look at me and how out of the blue, I just like start doing this. And friggin',
Yeah.
they'll start asking me like, dude, what ghost are you fighting? And I'm just like, I'm not fighting a ghost. I'm just, whatever. My brain is cooking.
Saying before as well, when I was like used to shadow boxing at an old gym, they were like, "Who are you fighting? What you?" They call it ghost fighting. I said it's not
Right,
called ghost fighting; it's called shadow boxing. It's a great way of and they're running on the treadmill. And it's like, no
right.
offense to that treadmill, mate, but this was burning more calories, and it literally was.
Hmm.
I could feel the heart rate elevating. I could feel that better. I mean, are you more of an outdoor runner than an indoor runner?
I'm definitely more of an outdoor runner just because,
Me too.
I don't know, me indoors, I have to be completely distracted. I would have to like listen to a podcast or, watch something for me to stand on the treadmill. But, yeah, most of my cardio, is usually done outside. Like I said, I like to walk a lot. And I also do like hikes and, sometimes a little bit of rock climbing, especially living out here in Nevada. That's also kind of part of the routine. It's been a while since I've hiked recently, but yeah, usually that's how it goes for me. And like, again, just I don't know, being outside is something about I don't know, that's kind of like my way of feeling closer to God, feeling closer to just nature in and of itself. Again, it's just absolutely beautiful, and it's a nice way to escape and just kind of be present with yourself.
Definitely. Well, may
So
God
it's not
bless
only
you
good.
all.
It's not only good for for cardio for the heart and stuff like that. It's also good for the soul.
Definitely, yeah. I do that as well. I mean, you have to get like a spiritual workout. I call that as well. People ask me all the time, how come you go for prayers? So I want to keep my spirit intact. I want to keep my
Yeah,
spirit strong as well. It keeps me on the right path and everything. It's a spiritual workout. Yeah, you go. Good combination is listen to a podcast while you're lifting weights because
yeah,
you're getting a mental workout, you're getting a physical workout all in one. Pick up,
yeah,
listen to an audio book if you have to. I
absolutely.
can't remember the last time I listened to music when I was lifting weights. It's now become more of a podcast. Music's more used to doing cardio work because it pushes you even quicker.
Right, right.
Yeah,
No,
that's
absolutely. Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, it's been a while since I probably listened to music while doing cardio too. I mean, every now and then I like to listen to lo-fi for some reason when it comes to
okay.
cardio, just because it just seems very relaxing. I mean, I suppose that's music, but like, Yeah, I would say like a lot of the hard heavy metal stuff, or even like the rap, definitely kicks in a little bit more for the actual workouts, lifting weights and stuff.
So yeah, I understand totally where you're coming from there.